What are you still doing here in a room that doesn't feel like home, around people who don't see your pain, your effort, your worth? You've bent so low trying to fit into their world, you've forgotten how tall you truly are. There comes a moment, quiet but clear, when your heart stops making excuses and starts listening to its own cry. You begin to realize the love you gave freely was never truly returned. The time you poured into people was treated like it had no value, and still you stayed still. You tried still. You hoped they'd change. But my friend, hoping is not healing. Wishing won't rewrite someone's heart. You can't build a life on broken promises or grow roots in soil that refuses to hold you. You think walking away means failure. No. Walking away is the bravest form of self-respect. It's the moment you stop begging for a place in someone's life who treats your presence like an accident. You were never meant to live in shadows. Just because someone else forgot how to shine. You were made for more than being used, ignored, or tolerated. Your soul deserves peace. Your heart deserves honor. Your life deserves joy that isn't stolen by those who take it for granted. Let me tell for you something sacred. Your value does not shrink because someone refuses to see it. You are not less because they didn't choose you. You are worthy, always have been, always will be. So if they don't respect you, walk away, not out of anger, not with revenge, but with dignity, with the kind of strength that says, I will no longer trade my peace for false belonging, because the moment you walk away from what harms you, you make space for what truly heals you. You may feel alone at first, but sometimes freedom sounds like silence. Sometimes walking away is the loudest way to say, I finally love myself enough to let go. And when you do, when you finally release the weight you've carried for far too long, that's when the real healing begins. You may feel like walking away is giving up, but it's not. It's choosing yourself when no one else has. It's stepping into a future that isn't weighed down by people who never believed in you. And I know how hard that step feels. Because walking away doesn't just hurt your feet, it hurts your heart. For so long, you've carried the weight of trying to be enough love, enough kindness, enough patience, enough forgiveness. But what happens when you give all of that and still get treated like nothing? The truth is, some people will never see your worth. They'll take your kindness as weakness, your loyalty as something they can exploit, and your silence as permission to keep hurting you. That's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. You simply loved with an open heart in a world full of closed minds. But here's something most won't tell you. You are allowed to protect your peace. You're allowed to guard your energy. You are allowed to say no more. No more pretending, no more hoping, no more waiting for someone to finally treat you right. Because if they respected you, they wouldn't make you beg for it. If they truly cared, they wouldn't let you feel invisible. If they valued your presence, they wouldn't act like it's optional. So why do we stay? Why do we cling to relationships, friendships, even family ties that drain us more than they nourish us? Maybe because we fear being alone, or maybe because we've convinced ourselves this is just how life is supposed to feel: empty, lonely, unseen. But my friend, that's not living, that's surviving. And you were made for more than survival. You were made to thrive, to rise, to walk in confidence, joy, and purpose. And sometimes the only way to find that life again is to walk away from the one you're currently living. Let me ask you this. Have you ever walked into a room and felt smaller the moment you arrived, like your presence didn't matter? Like your words fell on deaf ears? Have you ever shared your pain only to be met with silence or sarcasm or worse, indifference? If so, then you already know the answer. You already know who should be walking out of your life, not them, you. Because every time you choose to stay in a place where you're not honored, you teach yourself that you deserve less. You condition your soul to accept disrespect as normal, as okay, but it's not. And deep down, you know it's not. So what does walking away look like? It looks different for everyone. Sometimes it means cutting contact. Sometimes it means setting boundaries so strong they feel like walls. Sometimes it means changing your number, blocking someone forever, or simply refusing to engage in the same cycle of pain. And yes, it's painful. Yes, it brings grief. Yes, it feels like losing something. But what you're really losing is the illusion of love, the false hope that one day they'll change the dream, that someone will finally see you for who you truly are. Let me tell you something. You have been seen, you have been known by the one who created you, who formed you in the secret place, who knows the number of hairs on your head and the cry of your heart when no one else does. And if He sees you, if He values you, then you better believe no one else gets to define your worth. So why do we allow people to treat us like dirt when we were made from dust to shine like stars? Here's the thing. Walking away is not about revenge. It's not about proving them wrong. It's about proving to yourself that you are worthy of love that lifts you up, not drags you down, worthy of relationships that build you up, not tear you apart, worthy of a life filled with people who honor your heart, not harm it. You deserve respect, not because you demand it, but because you carry it within you. You were born with dignity, with strength, with a spirit that was never meant to be broken. And when you start to live from that place, from the truth of who you are, something shifts. You stop looking for validation outside yourself. You stop begging for approval from those who refuse to give it. You stop twisting yourself into shapes just to fit into someone else's life. And slowly but surely you begin to heal. Now, healing doesn't come overnight. It takes time. It takes courage. It takes daily decisions to put yourself first, to speak kindly to yourself, to rest when you need to say no when you mean no, to walk away when you know it's time. And along the way, you'll meet people who do value you, people who lift you up, encourage you, celebrate you, people who don't need to be reminded to care, people who see you, truly see you and love you for exactly who you are. Because when you walk away from what harms you, you create space for what heals you. So if today is the day you finally decide enough is enough, then take that step. Even if your hands are shaking, even if your heart is breaking, take it anyway, because freedom is waiting for you. Peace is calling your name, and there's a life ahead of you filled with people who will never make you question your worth. All you have to do is walk away, and when you do, don't look back. Don't entertain second thoughts. Don't let guilt or fear pull you back in, because once you've tasted real love, real respect, real peace, you'll never settle for less again. You were made for more, and now you finally believe it before you go. Take one last moment. Look deep within yourself. Ask the hard question, who in your life has been pulling you down when you were giving them everything? Let this be the moment you choose change. Let this be the moment you choose peace. Let this be the moment you choose yourself. A simple thumbs up means the world. And if this resonated with you, leave a comment, share your truth, and mention someone who needs this reminder. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away and step into the life you truly deserve.